this one, okay? So on this one, there's 4 terms. So when there's 4 terms, we do something called factoring by grouping. And the first thing you do is you want to organize them from highest power to lowest power. It's like the third, the squared, the A, the number. Are these organized from highest power to lowest power on C? No, that's got some work to do. Is that Jasmine back there? Good job. Now, next thing I'm going to do is I've got to have a plus sign in the middle. So I need to have a plus sign in the middle. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put parentheses around the first 2 terms and parentheses around the last 2 terms. Okay. So I'm going to put parentheses around the first 2 terms, parentheses around the last 2 terms. All right. This is called factoring by grouping. You're grouping those together. You want a plus in the middle. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take out the greatest common factor of each parenthesis. Okay, who can I pick on now? Loudon, what's the greatest common factor of 12a cubed and 9a squared? What's 12 and 9's greatest common factor? Yes. What is about a cubed and a squared? What about a cubed and a squared? 2. Good. Shout out to Loudon. Okay, then we're going to do the Hattie property. We're going to write it out to the left. And Loudon, what do we do with these 2 terms in that? We do what? Well, it's opposite distributing, so we're going to do what? Distribute, you multiply, so you're going to do what? Divide. What's 12 divided by 3? Add 3 A's, took 2 out, so how many are left? Look at Loudon cooking. 9 divided by 3? Add 2 A's. How many did I take out? How many are left? Good job. JC, how impressed are you with Loudon right now? Tate, what about 20A and 15? What do they have in common? Yes. What do I do with the 5? Yeah, right to the left. Good job. It's like that Beyonce song, to the left, to the left. Greatest common factors to the left. Is that not a cool song anymore? Tate, what do I do with these 2 terms in that one? These 2 terms in this, 5. 28 and 15, what do I do with these 2 and 5? Divide. What's 28 divided by 5? Good. 4A. What's 15 divided by 5? Good job. Okay. I got to go slowly here. This is where y'all can get mad at me. I deserve it. I'm going to make up something. 3a squared times x plus 5 times x. I'm making that up. Okay? Let's see. Who could I pick on here? Cooper, what does 3a squared x and 5x have in common? What do they both have in them? Good job. So what can I do with it when they have it in common? The Hattie and Tate property, what do we do with it? Take it to the left. Look how smart Cooper is. Cooper, if I take out x out of each of these, what's left over? Good job. Atta Cooper. Look at that. Okay, this is a little weird, a little goofy, okay? A little weird. Now, I'm going to ask you all, is there something that this piece and this piece have in common? Is there something that's being multiplied by this term and by this term? Is there the same thing that's being multiplied by each term? Oh, somebody said it? 4a minus 3. Good job. So, applying the Cooper property, Cooper, what did you do with x when it had it in common? You took it out to the left. What do you think I'm going to do with 4a minus 3? To the left. Good. Watch Cooper cook on this. Cooper, if I take out 4a minus 3 out of this and 4a minus 3 out of this, what's left over? So if you take out 4a minus 3 out of this junk, what's left over here? What's left over here? Look at that. Cooper coming through in the clutch. Call him Clutch Cooper. That's kind of hard. That's hard. Pretty easy. Pretty hard. Now for Cooper, not, but this one's got a whole can of worms. Do y'all know what's wrong about C? What's wrong about C? Yeah, and it's not in order. So you got to do b cubed plus 4b squared minus 2b minus 8. So you got to go from highest power to lowest power. So that's, got to rewrite it. There's another issue too. We're going to talk about that here in a moment. Also, you want to have a plus sign in the middle. Y'all know how I can make this a plus sign? If I change this to a plus, what other sign do I have to change? Add the opposite. So if I make this a plus, I have to make that negative 2b. You do shop in the house. So if I make this a plus, I have to change that to a negative. So you have to have a plus in the middle, okay? Who can I pick on now? Cadence, do you remember what I do for the next step? I've got a plus sign in the middle. I've got them in order. What did I do next? 4 terms. You remember? Ah, man. Does Mackenzie know? We'll do that. But what do I need to do before I find out what they have in common? Yes. Parentheses are on the first 2. She's playing her game and getting it. So you have to put parentheses on the first 2, parentheses on the last 2. Good job. Isaiah, you think Raphael could do this? I do too. Raphael, what does b cubed and 4b squared have in common? It's a little weird. Number-wise, is just 1. What's the most b's I can take out? Bless you. What's the most b's I can take out? This one has 3, this one has 2, so I can take out how many out of each one? 2, good. What do I do with the common factor? Right out to the left. It's all right. I'm going to probably go over this one. Okay, I had 3 b's. I took out 2, so Raphael, how many are left? Good. I had 4b squared. I took out 2b, so what's left over? 4. I had b squared, took out b squared, so 4 is left over. Okay. This is where you are going to have to pay attention. I'm going to go over this myself, okay? If your front term is negative, you have to factor out a negative. If your front term is negative, you have to factor out a negative. I'm going to say this one more time. If your they call this the leading coefficient. If your leading coefficient's negative, you got to factor out a negative. Okay, so I'm going to take out a negative. What does 2b and 8 have in common? 2. So I'm going to take out negative 2. Negative because that front term's negative, okay? We'll talk about that more as we go, but... What's negative 2b divided by negative 2? What's negative 8 divided by negative 2? Good job. Does Evan know what to do next? Can we apply the Cooper property? Evan, what do these two have in common? Yes. What do I do with b plus 4? Yes, bring it to the front. Good job. If I take out b plus 4, what's left over? Yes. Good job. So they both had b plus 4, so I put b plus 4 in front, and then I write down what's left over, b squared minus 2.